Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Wan Nuralia Batrisha binti Wan Azmi and my matrix number is 057709. We are students of Diploma of Banking from Group 10 under Research Methodology course to be discussing to you today our research proposal. This video presentation will include discussion of the title, background of the study, as well as objective and the survey questionnaire. Before we proceed, I would just like to introduce the other members responsible for the study.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mirhani Najwa binti Muhammad Sabri and my metric number is 057690.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurdini binti Muhammad Ami and my metric number 057532.
Hello, my name is Aziza binti Arshad and my matrix number is 057620.
Now, without further ado, let's begin. So, our research is entitled Further Increases of Suicide Case Among Youth in Malaysia During COVID-19. Now, let's quickly break down the title one by one. First, factor of suicidal. Basically, this is talking about characteristics of a person environment that increase the likelihood that he or she will die by suicide. Among youth in Malaysia, aged 15 to 30 years old is pertaining to the population or the respondents of the study in relation to specific situation, which is during the COVID-19 outbreak and the main field or key term of the study. Meaning it revolves around the concept of suicide cases in the unusual phenomena of global pandemic, or what they call now as the endemic phase or new norm.
Now, this will be the contents or the flow of the presentation. First, we will be discussing about the introduction/background of the study. Next will be the objective of the study. After that, we will be answering why we intend to pursue such study. Then comes to the discussion about the sample and sampling method used. And finally, we will talking about the survey questionnaire.
Going forward, let's proceed to the introduction/background of the study. To start off, let us first identify what suicidal is actually means. It is defined as an act with the intention to end one's own life history. In an academic setting, the definition of suicide is still debated. Through the COVID-19 outbreak has emerged as a new global health threat by increasing the risk of isolation, fear, stigma, abuse, and economic fallout. Pandemic has led to increase in risk of psychiatric disorder, chronic trauma, and stress, which eventually increase suicidality and suicidal behavior. This is the backbone of the study. That is what the researchers would like to see answers for. What is the factor of suicide cases among youth? Specifically, student learning in school or universities and young adults who currently working.
Here, we have the relevant and related literature to support the study by fact. On the left side is the global or worldwide scale, where a national survey has found out that more than 700,000 people die to suicide every year. Studies modeling effect of COVID-19 pandemic on suicide rate predicted increasing ranging from 1% to 145%, and 77% global suicide occur in low and middle income countries. On the right side is local scale or the Malaysia setting, where a particular authority by Royal Malaysian Police or PDRM has reported that suicide cases increment from 609 cases in year of 2019 to 631 cases in 2020. With that being said, this related literature has given the researchers with enough data and proof to say that suicidal is indeed still a lingering threat in today's society.
Next, we'll be discussing the objectives of the study. First and foremost is to determine the factors of suicide cases among youth in Malaysia. Next is to seek answer and data about the following. Frequency of youth in had a thought of suicide intention along COVID-19 phase. Frequency of youth in experiencing factors contributed along COVID-19 phase. The most commonly factors of suicide intention among youth and the awareness of the youth on the consequences of suicidal. Next is to determine the general implications of the study and finally to present and share the gathered data. All of these are the goals or the research questions that the researchers are hoping to seek answers for.
Now you might ask, why do we intend to pursue such study? We will give you 3 reasons. 1. It is a contemporary and occurring issue, meaning it is still happening. It is relevant and it is still significant. 2. It allows us to seek answers regarding increases statistic of suicide case. This basically means acquiring new knowledge about an uncharted and new territory in the form of long-distance learning. And lastly, it can provide useful data and information for use, society, and future researchers.
Now we are going to proceed with the sample and the sampling method used in this particular research. The researchers use simple random sampling where the respondents are chosen randomly without any interference from the researchers themselves. This is to ensure unbiased study with an objective point of view. The population of the study consists 87% by female respondent and 13% filled by male respondent, all from the age range of 15 to 30 years old.
Finally, we will be discussing the questionnaire of the study. It follows a quantitative survey questionnaire setup. In this study, the researchers specifically use a frequency type Likert scale. 3 parameters were incorporated, ranging to strongly disagree to strongly agree, natural, and not agree to agree. The questionnaire is also separated in 2 sections, mainly the frequency, the category factor of suicide, and awareness. The frequency answer show how often does the youth responses on factor of suicide intention during the outbreak, either the mental illness, financial crisis, family problem. Upward comparison, influence of Korean drama or movie, limited movement due to movement order control MCO, or learning difficulties and how often they resort into suicidal. The type of factor suicide tackles about what the most common suicide factor take place. And lastly, the awareness to find out how aware the youth in terms of the consequence of suicide cases. All of the source of these questions are rooted from the statement of the problem.
Plans for distribution and retrieval. We're planning to use Google Form facilities which is available and the most accessible for the respondent since the physical distribution of the questionnaire is basically impossible due to our current situation. Every process and procedures will be done online and through the internet to ensure everyone's safety. And that's it. Again, we are from Group 5 of Research Methodology course. code MSD21002 conducted by Dr. Nazatul Faizah binti Harun. And this is the end of our presentation.